Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Back to Joy, the Happiness Reset Blueprint. We are on lesson 4, and today's focus is on something we all strive for but often overlook, and that is living in the present moment. So, if you're new here, hi, my name is Jenny Jaguar, also known as Amber Stewart. I'm a self declared stress alchemist, body goals builder, and the owner of the Stew Project, where I help individuals maximize their living potential by simply taking an emphasis on wellness. And if you hear any wreckage in the background, that is just Katana probably waiting for some food. So, anywho, when we talk about being present, it's not just a mental shift, it's a full body experience. And by tuning into our body and breath, which is something we'll call meditation in motion during this lesson, we awaken to the here and now. Now, the body is always present. It can't live in the past or the future. And the breath is our ever available tool to return to the here and now. This matters deeply because your joy, real lasting joy, can only be felt in the present. And when your awareness is anchored in your body and breath, you quiet the noise of overthinking, you release the grip of stress, and begin to feel alive in your skin. Now, that connection is what transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. It's not about escaping life's challenges, but about learning to meet them fully where you are. So let's dive in. Okay, so why the present moment matters. Happiness isn't about clinging to the past or chasing some future dream. It's really right here, right now. Our minds love to wander thinking about old times or worrying about what's next, which takes us away from what's actually happening. But our bodies, they're always in the moment, feeling the breeze, the temperature, just everything around us right now. So, if we can get our minds to catch up with our bodies, that's where real happiness starts. Now, the ability to remain present and find happiness in the moment can be incredibly challenging, especially when faced with overwhelming adversity and the sensation that everything around you is crumbling. In such trying times, how does one maintain focus and cultivate joy amidst the chaos? One way to do this is to really focus on what our bodies are feeling. Instead of letting our minds run wild with past and future stuff, we can pay attention to our senses. And this brings us back to the present and gives us a feeling of calm. Our breath is a great tool for this. Every time we breathe in is like a reminder to be present, to be alive right now. And every time we exhale helps us to let go of the past or future thoughts so we can just be present. By focusing on our breathing, we connect our minds to our bodies and anchor ourselves in this moment, which is where true happiness lives. And it's not just about us, it's about how we connect with others. When we're really present with someone, it makes a huge difference. We make eye contact, we listen, and we show we care. These connections, they are everything. They remind us that we're not alone and we matter. But here's the cool part. When we're present, people are drawn to that vibe. It's like you're putting out good energy and energy comes back to you. Have you ever heard somebody talk about how like attracts like? Well, this is exactly what they're talking about. And by being present with others, we help them feel good too. So this is a win-win situation. All right. So one of the big things that gets in the way of being happy is how distracted we all are these days. It's like we're constantly pulled in a million directions. Our brains are always racing, rehashing stuff that's already happened, or worried about what's next. We're never really just here. Plus, our phones are buzzing all the time, and it's so easy to get sucked into that digital rabbit hole instead of, actually living. And it's funny, but even the idea of just chilling and thinking can make people feel uncomfortable. We get used to having noise and stuff going on all the time or being pulled in so many different directions. It can be weird to just sit still and be with our own thoughts. But if we keep avoiding these quiet moments, we're missing out on a lot. We stay stuck worrying about the past or the future or glued to our screens, and we never just let ourselves enjoy what's happening right now. Anchoring yourself in the present doesn't require grand gestures. If you want to feel more at peace and just feel happier, it's easy to think you need huge life changes, but honestly, just tuning into the here and now makes a massive difference. It's all about doing little things that snap you back to the present, not getting caught up in the past or stressing about the future. All it takes is just a simple, deep breath. Just that, breathing in and out breaks the constant stream of thoughts. You focus on how it feels, the air going in and out of your body, and boom, just that simple, you are grounded. Or another thing you can do is notice your feet on the ground, standing, sitting, walking. It doesn't matter. Really just feel the connection. You might feel that maybe your shoes are too tight or your feet have actually been more comfortable than they've been in a long time since you've gotten new footwear. Anyway, once you engage or submerge yourself in that connection, you can remind yourself that you're right here, right now. Even your morning coffee can be a present moment activity. Instead of gulping it down, smell it, feel the warmth, really taste it. Focus on the details. It pulls you out of your head and into the experience. And this is another reason why I promote using mindfulness eating or intuitive eating, because it helps you stay grounded in the here and now, and it prevents you from overeating, stress eating, or just eating negative emotions. But these tiny things, a breath, feeling your feet, enjoying your coffee or a meal, are super easy to do every day, and it doesn't really cost a lot or take too much time. They take almost no effort, but they're game changers for staying present. Doing these little things regularly builds up your ability to be mindful, which brings calm, cuts down worry, and makes life a whole lot better. All right, let's talk about something that I personally enjoy discussing and is quite profound, and that is the mind body heart connection. So, emotions like fear, guilt, sadness, or stress, they don't just pass through, they settle into your body, influencing how we feel physically and mentally. So, you might remember me discussing in some of the previous lessons how emotions or how unresolved emotions can contribute to imbalances in our body and even disease. But here's the key insight: the mind and body connect through the heart. Thoughts are just potential until we feel them. When you add emotion, especially love, compassion, or fear, that thought becomes real. It's felt in the heart, then ripples out through your body. That's why tuning into your heart can shift how your entire being responds. Neurologists like Antonio and Masio highlight that our sense of self begins not in the mind, but in the body, then the heart, and finally the brain. The very first thing we focus on is the very last thing that gets connected in this sequence. And so we've been taught to live from the head, but we're wired with three brains: the head, the heart, and our gut. These centers constantly communicate, shaping how we act, feel, and connect. When we lead with the heart, use the breath to ground the body and quiet the mind, we don't just manage stress, we awaken to who we truly are. And we're able to navigate others people's feelings as well. And when people start to project their insecurities or fears onto us, we are able to overcome those feelings and stay centered in who we truly are. And from that place, we create joy that's steady and lasting despite what's going on around us. All right, so let's talk about life balance. In our fast paced lives, we often become so consumed by constant activity and productivity that we neglect the fundamental human need for simply being. We fall into a perpetual state of doing, relentlessly chasing tasks and deadlines. And in the process, we lose touch with the present moment and the sources of genuine contentment. Cultivating a balanced existence requires a conscious shift in perspective, a deliberate effort to integrate moments of stillness and joy into our daily routines. Living in true equilibrium means recognizing and actively nurturing the activities and connections that bring us a sense of purpose and fulfillment. This journey begins with three crucial practices. The first one is the power of saying no, which protects your energy and focus. Learning to decline commitments and requests that do not align with your values or priorities is an essential act of self care. Saying no is not about being selfish, it's about consciously protecting your time, energy, and mental well being. By setting healthy boundaries, you create space for what truly preventing overwhelm and fostering a greater sense of control over your life. Recognizing your limits and communicating them respectfully empowers you to dedicate yourself fully to the endeavors that genuinely serve you. Second crucial practice is prioritizing your light and investigating what matters most to you. Identifying and actively prioritizing the people, activities, and goals that ignite your passion and bring you joy is paramount to a balanced life. This involves introspection and honest self assessment to understand what truly nourishes your soul. Once you have clarity on your priorities, consciously allocate your time and energy accordingly. This might involve dedicating time to hobbies, nurturing meaningful relationships, pursuing personal growth, or engaging in activities that contribute to your overall well being. But by focusing on what truly resonates with you, you infuse your life with purpose and meaning. Now, the final crucial practice is the significance of small moments or finding joy in the everyday. Because happiness is not solely found in grand achievements or extraordinary events. It often resides in the seemingly insignificant moments that punctuate our days. Cultivating an awareness and appreciation for these small joys, a warm cup of coffee, a shared laugh, a moment of connection with nature, can profoundly impact our overall sense of well being. Practicing mindfulness and gratitude allow us to savor these everyday experiences or tender mercies, transforming ordinary moments into sources of happiness and contentment. Ultimately, true joy and a sense of balanced living are cultivated in the present moment. And when we are constantly striving for future accomplishments or dwelling on past regrets, we miss the beauty and richness of the here and now. By learning to say no to what drains us, prioritizing what nourishes us, and appreciating the small moments, we can shift from a state of relentless doing to a more fulfilling state of being, embracing a life characterized by equilibrium and genuine happiness. A packed calendar does not equate to a fulfilling life. Rather, it is the mindful presence and appreciation of each moment that paves the way to lasting joy. All right, so moving on to our action activity, let's bring everything we've covered into a reflective, practical exercise. And this is the life balance exercise. So, this isn't just about assessing your schedule, it's about realigning your life with what brings you joy, peace, and meaning. And here's how it works. You can start by identifying the core segments that make up your life. These could include areas like work, relationships, health, creativity, personal growth, fun, rest, or spirituality. You get to decide what matters most. Now, imagine you're drawing a life wheel, and with each segment representing a slice of your day to day experience. Then, for each area, give two ratings. First, rate how important that part of your life is to your happiness and fulfillment. And then, second, Rate how much time and energy you're actually giving it right now, weekly or monthly. This simple side by side comparison often reveals a lot. And you might find something deeply important to you, like spending time in nature or connecting with loved ones, is barely present in your current routine. And that's where the magic begins. Seeing these gaps with compassion and beginning to gently shift. And once you've completed this reflection, ask yourself, what really matters to me? Am I investing in what fills me up or just reacting to demands? Are my actions moving me toward or away from the life I truly want? And to support you even further, I've created a Wheel of Life work life balance assessment that you can find in the resource hub of my website, thestewproject.com. It's a great visual tool to help you map out these life segments and assess where you might want to bring more balance and presence in your life. And remember, living in the present moment doesn't mean doing more, it means doing what matters with full awareness and heart. All right, so great work for today. You started your journey toward fully living in the now, and that is a powerful shift. Through tuning into your body, breath, and heart, you've learned how presence can unlock a deeper, more lasting sense of joy. In our next lesson, we'll dive into something equally transformational, which is breaking negative patterns. And not just to feel better in the moment, but to actually rewire your brain for joy. We'll explore how the habits and the loops we fall into can be reshaped to support a more joyful, resilient way of living. You definitely don't want to miss it. So, if today's message resonated with you, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It's a small action that makes a big impact and helps us reach others who are on this journey as well. If you missed any of the previous lessons in this series, then feel free to check out my channel page to catch up or review some of your favorites. And one more thing, I'm nearly finished with this happiness reset blueprint series, and I'd love your help shaping what's next. What should our future Wednesday topics be? Would you like to go deeper into finding your life's purpose, learn how to build emotional resilience, explore the chakras and how to stay energetically aligned, or keep things practical with tools for nutrition, movement, or daily routines that support mental clarity? Drop your thoughts in the comments or send me a message. Your input means the world to me. Can't wait to create something beautiful with your feedback. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next lesson.